Should you offer a partial cleaning package, or do you have to clean the whole entire house every time you go if the customer only wants a partial cleaning? I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. If you're new here, thank you for joining us. I'm super excited. Hit the subscribe button, and when you come back to your homepage of YouTube or your podcast app, we'll be here waiting for you. We can help you on your house cleaning journey or help you grow a cleaning business. Okay, so there are several house cleaners that want to know, if a customer only wants a partial clean, should I go over and do the job, and is it going to be worth my money? Well, the answer is, if you charge enough money to make it worth your time, the answer is yes. So have a minimum, and when the customer calls and says, can you just clean my toilet, you got to charge something that's worth you getting in your car and going over there just to clean the toilet and not the whole house, all right? So the answer is yes, because it can be an audition for a future job. If the customer likes you and they like the way that you are dressed and they like the way that you brought in your supplies, they like the professionalism, they like your response time, they like how courteous you were, they like the fact that you catered to their needs, maybe they would like to have you as a regular ongoing customer. So yes, it is a great chance to audition for the job. All right, the next thing is, what if the customer loves cleaning their own house, but there are a couple of things in their house they don't love to clean? They might hire you just to clean the floors. We've had several customers that have hired us only to clean their floors. They do not like sweeping and mopping hardwood floors. Truth is, my company doesn't like it either, but we do it because that's what we do. It's part of our job. And we have several customers, we only clean their floors. We have other customers who want us to clean the whole house, and they want to clean their floors. So there are partial cleanings that you can still make a lot of money off of and have regular recurring customers for partial cleanings, okay? So it is a business model. Now, we learned this from plumbers, and at Savvy Cleaner, which is my company, we say no job is too small. Now, you have to price it so that it's worth your time getting in your car and going over there, but we learned this from plumbers. Let's say Mrs. Wexler had a toilet that didn't flush, so she calls a plumber. And the plumber said, well, now, Mrs. Wexler, is it just that it's not flushing, or it's not flushing well, or you have to hold the handle down extra long? He's trying to figure out what exactly he needs to bring with him in order to make the job right. She says, I don't know. I just know when I flush it, the water doesn't go down all the way, and then it has a really long time, and I have to flush it 3 or 4 times, and I have to jimmy the handle. Just come fix it. He says, well, I have a minimum for coming, and it's going to be $140. She said, I don't care what it costs. Come on over. So he goes over to the house, he takes off the lid of the toilet tank, and inside the toilet is what is called a toilet fill valve. Okay, there's one in the back of every toilet. They look a little bit different. Some of them are a big ball on a little lever, but they all look a little bit different, but this is basically what it is. There's a little contraption, and forgive me because I'm not a plumber, I don't know all the fancy terms for this, but there's a little contraption that goes up and down based on how much water is filling up inside the tank. And when the water fills up, it pushes the little lever up, and then it makes the toilet full so that it flushes properly, okay? By adjusting this little knob right here, it adjusts the toilet valve that goes up and down, okay? So he goes in and he does some tests. He adjusts the knob on the toilet fill valve. He adjusts the water level, and now her toilet flushes. So he doesn't charge her any extra parts, because this part, if he had to replace this part, it costs about $12 to replace. So it's not an expensive part, even at that, right? But he didn't have to replace it. All he had to do was turn the knob and adjust the water level. The toilet is fixed. She writes him a check, and she's so happy that her toilet is fixed. Now, did he rip her off? No, he didn't. That's his business. He has children to put food on the table for. It's his way to pay his own bills. He has a minimum. He guessed on the phone what he might need, and he brought a couple of things with him. He did bring a toilet valve. He brought the little flapper that goes up and down, and he also brought a toilet handle, which is just the replacement handle in case the handle itself was broken. He didn't know what the different pieces of the toilet were that were going to need to be adjusted, but he knew that he knew the skill, he knew how to fix the problem, and he made it worth his time to go over there and fix her toilet. When he left, she was so happy her toilet flushed. And he was so happy because he got $140 just making the adjustment, right? It's his skill, it's his information, it's the way he was able to do it. It only took a couple minutes to fix the toilet, but it gave her the results she was looking for. So would you go over and say, well, because I'm not going to replace the whole toilet, I'm not going? Well, no, you wouldn't do that. You try to figure out what the customer needs. Can I service this customer in a way that helps them? And can I also stay in business? And so by answering all of those questions, it was a win-win-win-win for everybody, right? Everybody in the story won. Now back to the house cleaning. There are customers that have very specific needs. And it might be as they get older, they're not able to climb inside the bathtub, for example, and clean out their bathtubs. They can clean the whole rest of the house. They can sweep and mop the floor. They just can't bend over very well. And so what you might do is put together a package that, hey, we do close to the floor items. We clean out bathtubs and baseboards. And you put together a package that is conducive to that type of customer. And that might be a regular package that you offer. And you might have a service fee for that package. And it might include 2 bathtubs or 3 bathtubs. And it might include the area behind the toilet. Because the people that can't bend over to get in the tub are also the people that can't bend over to clean behind and around the toilet, right? So there are different packages that you can offer that are very partial cleanings. And it's not a whole house, it's not a whole price, it's a reduced price for a reduced package, right? But there are different ways that you can offer partial cleanings and still service the customers that you live around. And then the cool thing is if they love your service and they love how you act and how you treat them, they might recommend you to full paying customers, okay? So my suggestion is, yes, offer partial packages for house cleaning because it could lead to a bunch of other things and it could put food on the table during short times, small times, cancellations, whatever, and it could fill in the gaps to keep your business flowing smoothly. All right, I hope this helps. If it does, give us a thumbs up. And until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.